Hello, hi. Jernine Russell back again with another episode of Purpose Personified. I am so glad to be back. Gosh, I'm happy, I'm excited. Whenever I get here, I just feel good. So you kind of know that purpose is happening as I'm literally sitting here in this seat. What can I say? I have been busy, but my paramount thing is to make sure that I keep bringing episodes. I spoke about please like, share, and subscribe so that we can get this thing being seen by the right people. I told you a lot about how I got here. It's an assignment that my dad, God, asked me to do. And even as I was on my way here driving this morning, I was literally praising God, thanking him, and just asking him to keep pushing and encouraging me to keep doing this because it's not easy. We are about to hit 5 years of doing this. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. From this little idea, doing it on Instagram Live, to then now being in a studio. And what can I say? And what this guest has been like a very inspirational person to me in my journey of writing and publishing my book. And when it felt unreachable and unattainable, I remember this conversation. I was hiding in like a room in my workplace, just feeling like this book is never ever going to get done and published. And he just spoke words of encouragement and life into me. And so, yeah, I'm so grateful that we're here doing this. We did it on Instagram Live, but that day, something happened technologically. Well, I never say that word properly, excuse me, but something was going on with the network. They were up to something and he had all of this. So it never saved. So this is why when he called me, I was like, yeah, let's do this. So this man beside me is just like, I'll let him tell you all about all the things that he does. But to me, he's like one of the greatest UK authors of our time. I'll stand up and say that because your gift is like unbelievable for someone who loves to read, and the way that you've switched it up, the way that you've kept writing. And the reason that we're here is because he's about to publish not one but 2 books for 2026. So I would just let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, just humbled. I mean, thank you so much. That's an introduction and a half. Robin Travis, PB, author, filmmaker, people person sometimes, father. I like to use these titles, community advocate. Just a person who follows the purpose. Um, I didn't actually pay notice to the things I said to you 5 years ago, and I didn't actually know that the interview that we didn't go live. I remember there was some technicalities, if that's the right word to say. I don't freaking know. Technicalities with the footage, but I didn't remember it not going live. So the fact that you're saying that means that yeah, we have got a lot to touch on. Raring to go. So I might need to just probe some questions at me. I did want to
Yeah, listen, the
feel some
questions are here. I just wanted you to introduce yourself.
just thank you first of all for that statement. This year, just to make it to be told that you're one of the best in the UK, and I love the fact that he didn't say black author, he just said
No.
UK, and that's the way I want to be recognized as an author. That's what I strive towards. I'm not even saying that I've reached that point yet. That's what I want to work towards. This is the first book for 2006, but expect 4 books for 2020. Sorry, for 2006. 2026. I'm tired. 2026. This is the first of 4 books. Meet me at the altar. So we're going to be doing another 3 books. 2 weeks we have Cain and Abel. Then in June we have it's already finished written, The Elephant in the Womb, and then Mama Can't Raise No Man 2 as a 10-year anniversary. So
Oh, wow.
coming out 10 years ago, and the man being 10 years older. So God is amazing. First of all, God, thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for seeing me through last night. Thank you for holding me and bringing me to this interview to talk about what you've given me, which is my purpose. So yeah, let's have
Wow.
an amazing interview, please.
I love that. I love that. I normally pray with my guests, but I was praying all morning on the way here. But yeah, this whole I would not be sitting here without God. And I would not have this is not my kind of it wasn't my design, it wasn't my desire. I like to be in the background. I like to celebrate other people. I like to cheer them on. I like to help them get to their next step. I like to coach people. That's what I really love doing. People have dreams, they have things inside them that sometimes we bury.
Yeah.
And I got something about helping people to, you know, unearth the things that they've buried and bring them back to the forefront, remember who they are, and to kind of like go forward with what it is that they've let die.
Yeah.
So that's what I normally, or not normally, I like to do that as well. But I guess God is also working on me and through me. So this is why he's like, well, this is what I want you to do. So I'm obedient. I am obedient. So this is why we're here. So you said lots of things. I just don't even know. I asked Robin before we started filming, does he sleep? Because I'm like, when do you have time to do all of this writing? But we're gonna naturally answer questions. But what does purpose mean to you?
Because the first one didn't record, I have to give them the backstop. So how this word even not what it means to me, how it came to my life. It's not a word I use in my dialogue when I'm conversing with people growing up. I never spoke to my friends and said, "Yeah, what's the purpose today?" So purpose just wasn't a word that was in my vocabulary. Keep telling on the past, but it's part of my story, and you have to keep telling it. But when I was young, I was in prison in Jamaica, and during the beginning of that sentence, my attitude was a bit stink. I was upset that I was placed in a prison. I didn't think I deserved to be there. Um, I wasn't the most religious person. I'm still not now, but God and religion is two different things. So by the time I wasn't even the most godly person, I didn't care. I didn't have that connection. I didn't have that relationship. I was locked up in Mobay jailhouse, 2000 and something, 5, 6. And I was just angry I was there because I had changed my life, I think the year before. Said to God, I wouldn't be bad anymore. Not bad because I didn't think I was bad. I wouldn't carry guns or knives anymore. I wouldn't use those things. I would try to nullify any beef I had. I would try to, because I made a promise to God when I was 17 that I would change my life if he got me off of a court case, attempted murder court case. And I said I would never carry weapons again. Hence, when I made that promise and ended up in prison in Jamaica years later, I was upset because I thought I was true to you, but you're not being true to me because I don't deserve to be in prison in Jamaica. I didn't come here to commit a crime. So yeah, that's a whole conversation and documentary within itself, that Jamaica experience. But whilst in there, I was getting into lots of problems in terms of fighting screws, the wardens, whatever. Um, and again, it sounds like I'm the bad guy. I was defending myself as a black man because a phone was found in the cell and it was a European man. And our people tend to love Europeans more than we love ourselves. So they gave me a beating or hit me with a truncheon. And then I told them not to do it. And then they did it again. Then I spazzed out and there was a lot of people on the floor. And then it was in a pitch black dark. So I still kind of got PTSD even talking about it. But it is life. I've been through it 1,000 times. But it was a dark place, literally. Cockroaches, everything. And because I kept getting into fights with people and I was young, 19, 20, whatever, 21 even, other prisoners was like, this guy's not going to live long because he's a bit too wild and he's having it with everyone. And people have been killed in there since I've been there in front of me. So it's like, are you not afraid of death, young man? I'm like, not that I'm not afraid of death. And I started to argue with prisoners in there. A guy called Elijah is the reason why I know about the word purpose. He was a Nigerian guy locked up before me, just getting on my case. At the time, I didn't like people trying to tell me something I couldn't do. Don't tell me I can't do something. So he's telling me if you carry on, they're going to kill you. Young man, the whole prison wants to get you. And you're just here shadow boxing every night, saying like, it's not gonna be fist fights. They're gonna every day I was in the shower just ready for war. Times I would shower with my back to the wall, just plastic fork in my hair, screw face and everyone. Like looking
Wow.
at them like, let's go to war. And then one or two, yo, brother, just cool, man. Yeah, Jenna. Don't even trust you. The people I'm arguing with, I can't see their faces. So to have so much animosity in such a hostile environment, it's not just like in the office at work where everyone doesn't like you. I'm in prison in Jamaica.
Mm.
Wild. But yeah, God is so merciful. So come back to the cell, me and Elijah's arguing. They would kill you, they would kill you. I'm like, bro, shut up, man, from Hackney. They would kill me. Ignorance is bliss. No one cares about Hackney. No one knows about Hackney. But for me, that's where I come from, and my story's a real one. Like in terms of war, I've experienced things that some people only seen on film. So I know why I had that mentality. Father was killed, granddad was killed. Murder's not nothing to me. It's been with me since I was 5, so I'm ready to commit it in that environment. Just happen to, but I'm breaking a generational curse. You're not killing me. So it's more than just Hackney. I had a mindset of ill will to survive. You're not killing me.
Okay.
It's happened twice, 2 generations before. It's not happening in the third generation. A lot of people didn't know that about me. They just thought I was stubborn. It's been on me from I was a child to not get killed. So to be told I'm getting killed triggers me. You're telling me I can't handle this. I'm telling you I can. I'm arguing with you. So I only find out that perception. He wasn't trying to tell me I couldn't do it. I was young. I was a hothead. He was telling me, young man, I love you. Calm down. You're too much fire. And a fire can warm a house or burn it down and everything in it, which means itself. And at the moment, you're hot and you're going to burn yourself down. And you're going to burn all of us in the cell down with you. Mind you, there's 20 people in a cell with cockroaches smaller than half of the size of this room.
Gosh.
Lying on the floor. So when I'm wilding out, it's making them nervous, bringing heat to the cell. It's a lot going on. So anyway, he was upset with me. I argued with him, and I was this close to punching him in his face. And he threw something at me, and I thought, right, I'll get up and it was a book.
I weren't expecting that.
But I never gone into that deal before.
But yeah, you didn't go. But I knew he
told you that he gave me a book. I didn't tell
Yes,
you
you
how he
didn't.
gave.
Say,
I was
yes.
gonna stamp him out, and I remember this. Only now I'm talking. I remember, well, this guy just throw something at me in the dark because we're in a pitch black cell. Can't even read the book; it's too dark. So I seen it said all-purpose driven lane. I said, "Why is this case? You must read this. They will kill you." Bro, I don't read books, man. And then I saw that was a sign of love. He wants to give me something. He wants it, but he's maybe because there's a language barrier. He's Nigerian. I'm born in England. Don't know what you're talking about. His English isn't great. Cool. Sounds like you're being hostile because you're too passionate. But anyway, I read a few chapters and it blew me away that I'm still in hell. So I ain't got time to feel optimistic. You're telling me I got a purpose, but Rastaman just killed what's his name on the landing the other day and dragged his body right past me. And I'm sleeping. I got blood on my top from a stabbing that happened a couple of days before. The officers refused to let me change my clothes. I'm sleeping in blood. It's deep. I'm like, I'm losing. They're trying to break me in here. And you're telling me that there's more to my life than this? I shouldn't even be here in the first place. I didn't commit a crime to come here. I changed my life the year before. I'm vexed with God. I don't want to hear about God. But you know, I walked through the shadow of valley of death was a consistent rich prayer ritual, whatever you want to call it for me. It was like, how do I even know this prayer? Read the book within a week. The warden decided to wind me up and send me out of that prison to Spanish Town prison. So I couldn't get the book. Didn't even have time to say goodbye to them. Is what it is. But anyway, cool. Didn't
The
get
seed was planted.
in my head. So while I'm in the prison, Spanish Town, that's another war zone. They put me in with the most notorious killer of the whole prison on purpose. I was set up in Jamaica. I've never said this publicly, but I failed to even make a documentary about it because someone told me recently that some of the things they did were illegal. I was set up. So the point I'm trying to make is imagine going against all odds and God still dragging you.
Yep.
It's not about, oh yeah, I've gone through hell. It's about, no, I'm in hell, but God still said, come. Don't go that way. There were certain prisoners who would either show me who the devil is, and there was some who would show me who God is.
So that was like your kind of introduction to God?
Didn't know who God was before.
Okay.
I talked about God. I preached Bible. I came from a family of Christians.
Mhm.
I could tell you any part of the Bible if you quote. I could converse with any story. I never read it. I was told when I was young, my mum had mental health. She forced us to read and write the Bible when we were younger, because when she had a break. But maybe subconsciously, I still have some of those
Mm.
thoughts in my head. So moving on, it was like, what is real? And then I'm in prison, and there's days when I'm thinking I'm gonna die today, but one guy out of a bang, I'm gonna kill the top guy. Like my mind was just like, and then I'm like, but that's not you.
Mm.
Then I was like, but you're a prisoner to these rules. People are telling you what you can and can't do. You don't want to fight, but you're fighting all the time. Make it make sense. Then
Mm.
I started to daydream about school. This is the same thing that happened at school. You was always getting in trouble, and you couldn't figure out why, because the trouble doesn't match the character.
Mm.
Character's cool. What the frig? How you always outside the head teachers from the age of 4, like 5, like me and Andrew Shirley from time. Every single day it was like we're looking at each other like, why are we always here?
Mm.
Andrew spent most of his life in prison. Pick up Andrew, my brother. And I've spent most of my life in violence. Both been done some things. And it's like, when I think of us two, I'm like, the child doesn't reflect. It doesn't reflect. So what are we caught up in? Then that book purpose, I mean, that meaning purpose and book purpose driven life had more sense. I came out of prison from Jamaica after having becoming friends with everybody. It was crazy. That's what I knew about purpose. After fighting the majority of the prison, most some older wardens than the prisoners. But yeah, when I got shipped to a few prisons, they set me up to fight some boys, and then those boys became my friend. But when I left one of the prisons, Tambourine Farm Prison, I remember leaving, having some money, throwing all my money over because everyone came to the fence to say goodbye to me. And I was like, why are they saying goodbye to me? I just had a fight with this guy. This... But I'm like, Jesus, this is a bit insane. But no one's gonna believe what I'm saying unless you were standing there. Big up
Mm.
Montserrat, Norman Dawkins, if you're still alive. Javon Dawkins, I hope you're still alive from Streatham Elderman. You was there. I'm still processing. 20 years later.
Mm.
Still can't digest that the whole everyone. And I threw my money over and I was threatened. God was pointing to me like, why you mad? You want to go back to prison? Because it's against the law to throw money over to jail. I just come out of jail, but I had money from airport fees. I don't need this money.
Mm.
God's provided for me. I don't care if I go home with just barefoot and they took my trainers, the wardens, to wire me up. There was things they were doing to break me. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Illegal things. But I still would go jogging barefoot in the prison and smile at them and do shadow boxing. And it was like, we can't break this kid.
Mm.
So that's why I think everyone came to because I was young.
Yeah.
I'm a baby in Joe Jamaica. I'm not this age in Joe Jamaica. Like the
Mm.
girls everyone's ranting about now.
Oh yes. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
babies.
They
Like
are.
when the guy was in Dubai, I was a baby in Joe Jamaica.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And I'd been traumatized before. So purpose had to come from that, or I may have
Mm.
gone crazy.
So what is your
The
purpose?
purpose came from that. So
Mm.
coming back from that, purpose now becomes everything. I come
Mm.
back to the UK, like I told you. I'm not even thinking about my purpose, by the way. I'm not thinking about that book. Don't care. I'm free. Get on with my life. Thank you, God, though. We don't forget God. We don't get like, yeah, that was a bad time. It's God. I go to London Fields where my mum was staying at the time. Winston, rest in peace as well. My best friend. He called me to play a football match. Um, around the corner, and as we're walking, he said, "Oh, Rob, we can't go there." I'm like, "Why?" He said, "All the Fields boys are there." I know you had beef with him, but he's from my primary school, and I went London Fields private school, but he's telling me all the Fields boys. And in my head, I'm like, I swear I went London Fields. I know there's been stabbing. I don't care. I know I've been accused for what I'm going to play football because I know you from when we was kids.
Mm.
But because Jamaica was so serious, England became so comical.
Mm.
I don't care who wants to kill me. Let's go and find out. I've been with real killers. If you want to kill him, please let's find out what happens because I don't take this serious. I've gone on the football pitch. I said, "What team am I?" I was bossy with it because I don't know what it was. It's like I knew this was stupid and I couldn't say it, vocalize that. But I'm like, "Come on, man. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? I've come to play football. You're gonna move to me over playing football. Is that what's gonna
Mm.
happen now? I doubt it. And if you do, how's this gonna look in the news? Holly Street Boy comes to play by himself. The one who was blamed for JD Brissett's murder. He's come to play football by himself. So you've now said hello to me. No, a few of them didn't say hello to me. I've played football. I had a great time, to be fair. I enjoyed playing football, even beating them. It was like, first it was like ego. Like, yeah, I beat them at football. I'm better than them at fighting. I'm better than them at football. Like, what is what? I was like, forget that. Having flashbacks of JD. I played with JD on the same pitch. God's giving me visions. And I'm like, wow. I remember when Holly Street and Fields were on this pitch. And I'm hearing a voice say, you know, you can bring them together in it. You know, you're the man. I'm like, no way. Just ignore the voice. I don't even want to hear that voice. I'm here because I'm brave enough to go where the hell I want in Hackney. No one, these guys won't go to Holly Street and play football, and Holly Street guys wouldn't go there at the time. I don't care about all of that. I'm above that. I'm above that. The streets are beneath me. You're mad. You think I live by street rules? This is what I'm saying. Jamaica taught me. I was a rebel to Jamaican rules. They would say you can't. You had to. This was your toilet in Jamaica. They had certain things in the cell, certain rules. I just didn't abide by. I was like, the logic behind that is so illogical, but you lot are killing over the rules if someone breaks those. Stupid. So they was my example for purpose to look at how ignorant my own brothers were in Jamaica. This isn't gangster. This is stupid. Is this how the prison system runs in Jamaica? So as a child, people hear stories about these places and think it's like some serious, you're a stupid, childish mentality. So a guy can't bend over in front of you to pick up something because you're so homophobic that you might get. And I've seen people fight over something, and I'm like, rah, these are the rules in Jamaica. So I looked at the rules of the street. You want to beef me because I'm from Holly Street? Hmm? You idiot. I went primary school with you. I don't entertain it. So I'm above it. I can't be in that place of 2% of black people beefing against black people in a country over them. I just come from jail from Jamaica. I don't care about when you want to be English gangsters because the NF run you look hot and you lot ain't killed none of them yet. So I'm not impressed. I've just faced the whole of Jamaican prison and I've come back at 21. I don't have time for persona. I don't want to hear big up gigs. Gigs came out at the time. I couldn't listen to gigs. I'm above this. People talking about walking in the park. I'm 21. These guys are 4 years older than me. Big them up. I don't want to hear it. I've just seen bodies get dragged consistently. Dead bodies. I've spoken to. I don't even want to. Now I'm
So
detaching from my interview.
so you got that
So yeah, I'm
seed.
detached. This is
Yeah,
how
I
deep this
wanna,
story is, and this is what people need to understand. Right
yeah.
before I got lost in this conversation, I'm gonna go back to what we're talking about. This is the effects of PTSD. I'm not shouting about it. I'm not. It's deep.
It
Even
is.
these memories, they can't leave me. Especially when we're talking about it in order to
Set the context.
right. So cool. Moving on. 5 people in that same year. You need to write a book. No, I'm not writing no book. Pastor Kevin, Neville Watson, he's running for uh, some form of position in Parliament at the moment. Um, Adrian Phillips, Charmaine, who's the fifth? I forget. My mum. There was 6 people. My mum was the sixth. I can't remember who the fifth person was. Sorry for forgetting. I've written it down somewhere in the book, Freedom from the Street. I explained the story. But this is the purpose. The purpose was I told everybody not Lyndon Waters. Sorry, Lynn. Lyndon lives across the road,
Yes.
not Lynn. So Lyndon was the main person behind it. He met me around the corner there, football, Tottenham, Willoughby Lane. And I was angry. I just come out of jail. I'm still playing football, like boxing, but I would score goals and shout at you. And if you came too close proximity, you're gonna get into something. I was in the cage still. They were playing football. I was in the cage. I was not with these people. So never got therapy. No one talks about me. Just get on with your life. Just firm it. Be strong. Be a man.
Really?
That's what life is, right? That's what you're taught.
I don't agree with that.
That's what I don't agree with it, but that's what it was for me at
Then
2007 coming out of jail in
okay.
Jamaica. No one
Yeah.
didn't care. People judging you when you're writing a book, looking at you, pointing fingers. Oh, what's going on with my man? Not that he's trying to empower, looking down when you're trying to uplift when you're broken. You got nothing to give, but you're giving everything.
I think that sounds very much like purpose sometimes.
It is purpose, but I'm saying that to give people context of that purpose, to get that. But it's not a nice journey to have. When I talk about Jamaica, it's to let people know when like tread lightly in it. Tread lightly. I've had a mad life. I smile a lot. I try to get through it, but have compassion. Be empathetic because I'm very empathetic to other people's stuff. So tread lightly. And some people undermine your journey. Like Jamaica didn't even happen to me. Do you understand? Like, I'm
Definitely.
just an author. So the purpose is when I've gone and heard these 5 people tell me to write the book. My mum was the sixth, and she said, "You need to write the book." And I said, "No, I'm not doing it." She said, "Are you stupid?" I said, "Might be." She said, "Don't you hear when God talks?" I said, "That's not God talking. That was you and the other." So I'm like winding her up, but she's always been like that. I mean, I don't take God. I've never at that age. I've always made jokes. So she said, "You're stupid. You boy, you're stupid." I said, "Yeah, I know." Yeah. She said, "It could be your purpose to write this book, you know." I said, "No, it's not." I said, "Because I have a bunch of people had hard lives in Hackney. My life is no exception." She said, "You didn't even have me at one point. You was in care." I said, "I know kids that never knew who their mum was." So I'm giving every
argument for everything
You
she's.
nearly got killed when you was a kid. Mum, my friend Jade is dead. Lamont's dead. Donny's dead. Pops is dead. What are we talking about here?
Mm.
You're trying to convince me to do something that doesn't make sense. Yeah, but it's been come to you. It's come to you. 5 people told you. I said, just coincidence because they heard I went Joe in Jamaica.
I don't think it's a
Yeah,
coincidence.
but I'm telling you how we fight our
Yeah.
purpose. I'm not hearing it.
But I also feel like a lot of people think that God's voice is going to be audible.
Mm.
And it isn't. Most of the time, like if I'd even give stories of my last couple of weeks and how God speaks, and it's like he just says a word. I went to watch a film with my son, and I'm looking for a venue at the moment to celebrate the 5 years of doing this and stuff like that.
Well done again as well.
And the venue that I went to see is called The Cave. I'm watching the GOAT film about basketball. The Cave is written in the film. I was like, okay. But no one else would notice that. But because I'm in tune to how God speaks, it don't have to be like through a voice. Something else happened. My pastor's preaching about something and he said one word, voice box. And I was like, but he don't know that there's something else that it means it's within context. So God's voice is not always audible. It does come from other people. Sometimes it's like it's your voice, or it's like a little thought.
I get you.
But you can develop hearing his voice through your relationship with God. Because the more and more I communicate with you, the more you get used to my communication and my voice. We build a relationship. You understand that I've got your best interests at heart. So now you realize Elijah wasn't against you. Elijah had love for you. So you started to listen to him in a different way. It's the same thing with God. It's so deep, like, and it's a journey. And it sounds like you've definitely had a journey. I think you've had a journey with God. We've had some mad conversations, like randomly you might phone. I remember you phoned me one time I was in Costco. This is years ago.
Yeah. I can't remember most of the conversations until they brought back to me, but I know that.
I remember going to see that church. Do you remember?
Which church?
In Tottenham. They had an event.
Okay, Wood Green.
Wood Green, Turnpike Lane, yep. Yeah. And Matt came and like literally caused like chaos and got up and spoke about.
Oh,
do you remember?
Armani's
I don't know what his he used to do the bike thing.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
I remember you're talking about. Yeah, I forgot about him as well. Yeah, I know. He's cool.
And then the whole church sold into the book. Do you remember?
Yeah. I won't forget that.
It weren't that. Listen, you might not remember, but I remember just being at different places and God reminding you, this gift that I've given you, can you keep going with it? And I know the fight is hard. Listen, if most people understood, if I keep saying maybe I need to talk more about the fight, because people just see here, even this morning getting ready, it was like the enemy don't really want this to happen, He don't want this to happen. He don't want your book to come out. He wants to keeping you quiet and oppress you and make you angry and triggered by all of the things that have happened to you so that you won't use your voice to glorify God. But let me tell you, I'm just reminding you that, purpose is, sometimes it's a fight. But what I realize, when you submit to God and when you're obedient to God, He is the one that takes on the fight, not you. You don't need to physically fight anybody. Literally, there's a spiritual battle But we have to let God win and let him do what he needs to do, because we can't fight them battles.
Yeah. So even to continue, I let go and I let God. And I went to uni. I went to college. I was doing social work 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the purpose. Crazy, like you said, nothing's by chance. I went there, I met a girl, I stabbed her cousin. But she was watching me for the whole course and didn't even tell me. And then at the end of the course, she said, "You know what, Robin, I got to tell you the truth because he just seemed like such a nice guy. But you know, you nearly killed my cousin." Yeah. And I'm like, "Right, this girl snaked me. You've been sitting next to me in college all this time." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, I'm not really going to go back in the past. It's done. If I did it, I meant it. I don't regret it. I mean it. I don't. What do you want me to do? What does he want some more?" Now, this is me in the change. But when you change, doesn't mean the world changes with you.
That's true.
And this is what people don't understand as well when you change. That's why my change for me, it's not just about being an author. I think I'm a legend, if you ask me, for changing while being in the hood and having the name I had and people pretending that I didn't have the name I had. Even up to today, they pretend I was just an average guy. Before Jamaica, I was a serious kid, a very serious kid. I would go to the States by myself.
So do you
So, but as a child, it's not postcode war. If you're going to the States and Hackney by yourself and you're saying, "I'll take on the whole estate, I'll put your gun in my pocket."
just
Before 16, this is forget Top Boy.
I call it mad,
So it is
personally.
mad. It is mad. But the madness
I'd
comes.
question.
The madness comes. There's a backstory. My dad has been killed, shot 3 times. My granddad was shot in the head. I'm not like these guys pretending to be gangster. I have a chip on my shoulder.
Yes.
Facts.
Well, I'm glad
Most of
that
the people,
you're
but most of the
self-aware.
people, self-awareness comes from looking at my story. These people's
Yeah.
dad didn't get killed. These people's granddad didn't get killed. So the chip that I come from, it's not a made-up chip. It's the chip. My house is petrol bomb. All I know is violence. So when you hurting people, hurt people. So to me, to be walking with a gun at 16 to Pembury, and when I'm living in Pembury, saying if you lot want to fight, I've said that in my book. These are real stories before Joe and Jamaica. So when I say big up Pembury as well, because Pembury got mad love for me and we've got love for each
I
other.
was
A
gonna
lot of
say, be
people,
careful, you know.
no, I don't need to be careful.
I'm
What do you mean?
joking.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it like
Yeah,
that.
I don't
I
need to
used
be.
to work. I was a
Yeah, because
youth worker
I'm
in
too old
Pembury,
now.
so
Yeah.
that's what
No,
I
I'm too.
meant.
Look,
I don't
yeah.
mean it.
Well,
Listen,
Well, I'm saying I'm too old
come
for
on.
all of that
I'm not
street
about
stuff.
that
The street
life.
stuff, I know you're not, but some people think that you shouldn't have. I'm like,
No, listen.
yeah, it's not.
You
I'm cool with
are
these people.
responsible for your voice, right? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking this is so different from some of the conversations I have, but purpose is purpose,
It is.
right? And I this is what my dad asked me to talk about, purpose. So I have to keep maybe saying to you, right, okay, but how did you so do you think your purpose is to be an author? Is it to story tell? What
Bigger than
is
that. That's why I'm.
it?
That's
Tell
why I'm
me.
going back
Tell
to.
me.
That's why I'm going back to the kid walking with the gun. That's why I'm saying I'm not the guy. Like you've got to look at the story. To understand the blessing, you have to understand what God brought me out of.
Yes, I hear that.
I'm the guy with a gun.
Mm.
I'm the guy go to your block by myself. London Fields, Pembury, Springfield, Stamford Hill, every estate by myself, even my own estate, Holly Street. I'm the guy who's stabbing people in my own estate on the doorstep before 16. I'm that guy who
So
wrote the
deep.
book and then still wrote the book and still lives in Hackney today. Pause. Purpose. What is purpose? Purpose is standing in the middle, the eye of the storm, as it says in the Bible. God was the eye and I needed to be there. I wasn't calm when I wrote that first book. And that's why I say, so when you're following your purpose and you feel it was the horrible feeling. I felt like everyone was judging me, people looking at you. I don't even want to tell you my story in the first place. Imagine having to explain people your story after it. Lyndon coerced me to write in this book. After I wrote, I still didn't want to release it. I didn't care. I didn't want my name on the book. Got another bio from BBC. There's so much pushback from me. People have no idea. Don't care about I've been a celebrity before 16. I couldn't walk in Hackney and you don't know who I am. People's mums knew who I was. That's why I say my story is not a small one. People like to play it down, but if you have a honest conversation, people say, "Yeah, we knew Robin. His name was ringing in our houses before writing books, and I wasn't even a drug dealer. Imagine I was selling drugs as well. I would have been a menace to society. So God kept me away, but God kept me away from that on purpose because I come from a drug dealing family.
Okay. So you're here.
Purpose. When I say it's because God told me don't sell drugs. I know you're caught up in the stabbing and shooting stuff before 16, 11, 12, I'm in the street. But don't do what your siblings don't yell. Because there's a darkness and you can feel it. You've seen the house get raided. You've seen your brother lose his mind. don't follow that, because you're only defending yourself because you don't want to be victimized. You're not a gangster. You're not a bad person. These gangsters is fake anyway. But you're not a gangster. You're a prisoner to the street. That's when the book started to make sense. Because I didn't want to write a Top Boy. The Top Boy wasn't even out at the time. Top Boy, I believe, stole a lot of my ideas, to be blunt, because it came out the same year when I had an interview on BBC and I was talking about some things. And they are referencing to my estate when they say Summer House, which is so biased. You're writing a film about London Fields boys and the main characters, but got Summer House as Holly Street. All of us are offended by it, not just me. No, even up to today, elders are offended by it because you take a story and you make it something else, sensationalize it. But I've took time to write a book to give you the truth of it, but you don't want that. You want to sensationalize our story, which keeps us prisoners to the streets, which keeps us boxed into that. So the purpose was to not write a book about my life. It was to explain what a prisoner to the street is. Forget my life story. My life story is just a case study to give you the scope to know why a kid was walking with a gun at 16. I never bought a gun. People knew I was so brave, they gave me guns. You use the hot-headed one. You use the emotional one. He'll kill for me. Just get him to love you. He's got no parents. Just bring that gun to his care home.
That's
That's
another.
my story.
Yeah.
Bring the gun to his care home because Robin's a lovely guy and he's a ride or die for his people. Once he thinks you're family, no one ain't touching him. Not a gangster, but them gangsters can't touch you. Rest in peace, Fox. Them gangsters can't touch you. Not even Fox, because when I had beef with people and Fox, I'm stepping on people. And that's as a kid. So my name done things that I always say to her, I don't want to brag about nothing because it's just my character and it's not godly when I'm behaving like that. So it takes away every time I go back into that thought process, like, yeah, but Rob, when you was that guy, God didn't like you. So you can't allow yourself to get triggered in the future by no one because you revert back to being that dark guy who will run up on someone, who will. I'm not saying it for bravado, I'm not saying it for pride, I'm saying it because I know dark, I know light. Right now I'm in the light. I've been in the dark.
It just I'm thinking of some of the characters in the Bible that are similar, who've got similar stories.
I haven't read that book yet, but God, I'm onto it this year.
It's
I've read parts of it, but I'm onto it this year. So my whole point is God's working a massive thing with me, and I wasn't aware of it. I was a part of it. I wasn't conscious that I was living my purpose. I wasn't conscious what the purpose was about. I tried to play it small. I realized people don't really like me, which made it even harder. I was like, God, you got me like Moses out here. Where's my Aaron? Because these
well,
people,
you know the stories.
No, but this is the time. That's what I said. No, don't need to read about it, but I knew. But at the time I was vocalizing, and God, you got me like Moses. You got people. I did a book launch with Bernie Grants. Where's the Tottenham boys? How comes I've not got these lot? They know me as a goon back in the day. They know me to defend them. No, but they know me to defend. I said it to some of my friends afterwards. You know me to defend you. When you had beef with Phil's boys, they rushed you. You phoned me. I went there by myself from Pembury to go and handle your beef. Why would you not support what I... But then, let me pause. Some of those same characters with my friends would act like they're more gangster than me for changing my life. So I realized, I said, God, you've got me in a real strange pickle. Because I'm dealing with, and it still happens to today where I've had to stop to talk to some friends. I says, the way you talk to me and you trigger my PTSD. And I told friends at this age, and we're in our 40s, I don't want to hurt you because of this persona that you're stuck with. You're still a prisoner to the street. We see it everywhere we go. We see it on them shows, podcasts. I don't want to be around these people because you look trigger off the younger me, which makes me jump in the little infant primary school ignorance and I want to F you up. And that's not godly. So to protect myself and to stay on my purpose. So how are we here now? How are we here today? Prison to the street, God did its thing. Mama can't raise no man, more testing trials. I'm not going to get into it. God did his thing. Freedom from the street, more testing trials. Still toured the country. God did his thing. My publisher didn't treat me the greatest. I had to leave my publisher, cut it short. I'm saying, God, you got me doing all of this for people to not only be able to have an opinion about me, as if to say I'm their friend. I'm not a celebrity. Don't, at the beginning, reviews, you want to have an opinion about me? Are you sure? Are you all right? Well, you don't think I'm nice? And then have people on Facebook, women and guys, even up to there, I hope you lot are watching. Some of you over the years have talked to me like, you think you know me? Don't get out of your pram or get too comfortable. Because in the real world, you wouldn't comment and make the statements you made. But when someone becomes a voice, you think that they can comment. You don't know my purpose. I'm not a voice for you. If I'm not a voice for you, mind, say nothing. You've got nothing good to say, say nothing. If you've got positive criticism, bring it on. But don't say, I don't like the way he carries himself. Shut up, man. And that's a message to everyone. I mean it as a big man. Shut your mouth. Your purpose is your purpose. I don't do my purpose to suit you. I'm doing the best I can with the tools I have. You don't know my story.
There's so much I want to say to that.
So
right.
that's just to anyone in the last 12 years I've been on my
But do you know something? You're talking and I think of Jesus, right? Jesus had some disloyal people.
I think of Jesus, sorry to cut you.
So you've got to choose your free.
I know, I think of Jesus
carefully.
All the time, but I'm not. I always say to God in my prayers, I'm like, God, I'm so far from Jesus. So please make this, when people refer to Jesus to me, make it make sense. For one, I'm not the son of God. So
no,
we're not. I'm not saying you're saying. I'm just saying this is my maybe.
It's where our goal is to be like him.
I know, but
because of his character and whatever.
I say to God, I can't do that. That's what I'm saying to you.
But you listen. None of us are perfect.
For me,
I get it.
I can't.
But listen, it's a gradual, day by day, step by step thing. We are never ever going to reach that mark.
Never,
right?
I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna.
But what it is, he's an example to show us certain things, right? So what I understand by reading my word, it helps me to think, right, this is the tool, right? Robin, I've got loads of people. I know a lot of people, right? Even in my phone book, on Instagram, on Facebook, in real life. Yeah. But when you're doing some of the things that you're doing, people don't support you. Yeah. People don't. So what I'm saying is, it's not a personal thing, Robin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I don't think it is.
Don't take it personally.
I don't, and this is another thing that
I've had a book launch, and you think, well, what? Why wouldn't you come? Why wouldn't you? You know, all it does. Listen, it just one button subscribes to a YouTube channel, right? And I know a lot more people than I have subscribers. I'm not chasing it, but what I'm saying is, to be able to do this and for me to continue in my purpose, it has to grow and it has to get better. People have to buy your book for you to be able to write more and do, it all costs money. We're not out here like, you know what I mean? I'm going to work to pay to do this podcast. Like, that doesn't make no sense, does it? Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, there's no point. All I can think of is that people try and draw you out, Robin, and it works.
It hasn't, because I'm still not gone to prison in the last how many years.
That's good.
If it had worked, that's what I'm saying. People don't know me.
What I'm saying is,
me being drawn out's not venting on social media. Me being drawn out's being at your front door with a black balaclava on. That hasn't happened for 20 years. Everybody's safe, is what I'm saying. That's
you think that's drawn out?
That's for me drawn out.
Okay,
that means for me, my only draw. I'm an extremist. I only do things one or the other way. So if people even say when I'm reason, but you're angry, I'm like, you think I'm angry?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm expressing. Oh, this is your interpretation of the way I'm delivering myself based on the world I come from. But for me, this is actually normal conversation with some other people.
Yeah.
Be barking at, and we're having no conversation. All right, cool, bro, come and go. So it's depending on how and who you converse with, and you'll take my conversation. I've had people who speak like myself, passionate, like loud, and when they're talking from the core, and they don't feel offended or threatened. You say that to a white woman, they'll ask you if you're at the hospital, so they'll ask you to call security because you're being aggressive. Facts.
That's so true.
This is just me as a coach. This is just who I am. So even in my journey, when I've spoke about my book, people think, he's angry, he's not healing. Even in that, shut your mouth. This is how I express myself. I've always been like this before the book. If you know me, this is just the way I talk, Jernine. But people don't know me. That's why I say you judge what you don't know. I've never not spoken the way I speak. I've never not been mad passionate, if you like, and not even realize this. Only when I got older, I was like, right, you're mad expressive, you know? Because one time the police stopped me and they said, yeah, you're animated. I was like, what? I didn't even know what animated me. Shut up. And I was arguing with the police. And I've gone home and I've realized what animated means. And I'm like, oh, they're perceiving you as animated, but they don't know this is your character. This is just you're a deep thinker. That's why you write books. So when you express, there's not going to be one line. You have a multitude of thoughts, and the brain rushes, and you got to get those thoughts out. So you're just speaking very quickly, and people think you're being aggressive. No, I've just had 1,000 thoughts about one thing. I've got ADHD. Chill. I'm not mad. When I'm mad, I don't talk. I always tell people, I don't argue. If I'm mad, you're going to get clapped. It means I can't control my anger. It's called controlled aggression. The second I've lost my temper with any human being, male, female, I've never hit a female. Male, female, I'm reacting. There's no, so I know perception is a mother. Tupac, because I've seen Tupac talk in interviews, and I thought he's like, oh, DMX, put me in the category with those guys. I'm fire. I'm a Zulu. Forget any of this other stuff. I found out who I am. I've gone home. When I'm in South Africa, everyone's like me. When I'm in Zulu, not Johannesburg, when I'm in KwaZulu Natal, I was like, I feel laid back now. Because I'm not the only fiery one in the room.
Yeah.
So when you're the only fiery spirit, you're perceived as aggressive. No,
I think it just depends on your environment.
too.
Yes.
I'm Shaka Zulu's descendant, direct. That's who I am. So a lot of what I didn't know about myself 4 years ago, I'm like, oh snap. Even when I came home, they're like, no, we know who you are. We see it. That's why and I'm not always fiery. It's just passion. So sometimes I could be very quiet. You might not even hear me talk for a couple of days and be in the same room with you. Because there's no one way about me. But moving on to the purpose, I don't want to focus on me because it's I'm just God's child, and I'm just grateful to be here. But the blessing, that's the purpose that's got us here today. Fiery. That's why I said I'm 1 or 2 ways. I've been tested these last few years. That's what's brought me to write the books I've written. Cain and Abel, Meet Me at the Altar, The Elephant in the Room, and Mama Can't Raise No Man. There was a journey a year and a half ago. George the poet called my phone, asked me to come to an event. Didn't want to go. Ain't spoke to him for ages. Didn't know why he called me. Asked me to come. I came to the event. When I got to the event, I said, why am I here? Why did the guy call me to come to this event? But cool, we're here. Then after I ended up going home, I wasn't happy with the way I got home. And seen a girl that I know, and she said, oh yeah, cool. There's a party. One girl went to school. There's a party. Chemo's coming. It's on Harold from where I live. I'm still in Hackney. I'm still in Dalston. So I said, cool. I said, all right, cool. Let me come get changed, whatever. As I've gone home, it's a young guy I know outside my house. He's being a bit disrespectful, raising his voice, blah, blah, blah. I asked him to keep the noise down, and he didn't want to hear it. And the big guy, he's running his mouth, and then I was being so respectful, and I could feel that fire in me, the younger me, like, who's this kid talking to? But I said, no, the youth of today, you have to approach them with care. Don't show them your fire side. I sat down on my doorstep. I said, young king, I didn't mean to offend you. If you think I'm being aggressive because I see you going down your hand, then you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that. I know fire. I'm not trying to set fire because I don't want no one to set my fire. When he saw me sit down, he took kindness for weakness instead of taking masculinity for what it is. And he misunderstood it. And he saw that my neighbor was watching an older Jamaican man, and he started to say, yeah, dude. I like, but bro, because I'm sitting down. I said, bro, hear what I'm saying to you, because you're gonna really press my buttons. Best you shoot or stab me or do whatever it is you're gonna do, because it seems like that's what you want to do. Yeah, if I do that, man, this means you want to go around the corner. I know you don't want to do it. If I go around the corner, I'm gonna kill you. So you're gonna kill me. Okay. I slid my move from my doorstep, man. You're gonna trigger me. It's all good. So I'm the guy inside. I got my flip flops on. The guy inside my house, and you don't want me to come back outside this house. But it's best you move from here because you're disrespecting my neighbors, and I've got a calm spirit. I look like I can't handle myself, but believe you me, I can. Go about your business, big lad. Kids usually cool. I usually see them and says hello. That's the weirdest thing. Don't know him from Adam. 26 when I say kid, big man, but kid to me. I've gone up the stairs so close to being calm. Didn't let the fire because I could put the key in the front door. The guy take out knife, zombie sword. Can't remember what he says. Me ain't got no flipping manners, and it triggered me because he was still calling me the P word or something. And I switched. I ran down my stairs. He's run to me with the blade. I'm not gonna get. I've done my martial arts thing. Kicked him on the floor. Punched him on the floor. Knife's on the floor. He's on the floor. Neighbors are screaming. Robin, pick up the knife. This is a year and a half ago. This is your offer. Prison to the street. Who you like keep pretending isn't a legend. I live in the area. Nipsey Hussle got killed in the area for loving his community. I've come. This isn't the one time I've nearly got stabbed since right now. But we'll focus on truth and purpose. Why I've got PTSD. I still live in the area where the things happen. Don't expect nothing from me as an author. How dare you? Who are you? When you know for a man to go war from Vietnam, come back to Vietnam, stay in Vietnam, and write the book. Don't. My journey's different. So, and I'm still serving. I'm still not behaving like the old me. So the knife's on the floor. We have an option. Pick up the knife, Rob. Do what you're good at. He's on the floor. Your neighbors are telling you to pick up the knife. No, thank you. I can see the knife. Don't want it. I gotta wait for this boy to get back up and hope he doesn't pick up the knife. knowing he's going to get back up and pick back up the knife. God, if he picks it up, I'm going to kill him. Don't let him pick it up. I'm going to leave it, God. I'm putting my faith in you because you know what I'm like when I go dark. I'm an extremist. It's one or the other. I either love hard or I can't control myself. This is going to kill you if you pick this up. This knife, you're going to kill him. Guy gets up, grabs the knife. Why did I do that? That's the love in me. That's the youth worker. That's the genuine me. Forget the author. I wrote that book because I care. It's real. I care. I've been there. He knows it feels. I've been stabbed as a kid. I know what it feels like to feel like the world ain't listening. Police, youth workers, nobody. All these people, everyone's talking about shit that they don't know. I am that kid. I've been there. Although he who lives it knows it. So I want to protect kids from that. So he's 26, mind you. He's not a kid. I changed my life at 19 when I went to Jamaica. Afterwards, I was upset. I didn't deserve to be that changed before. So really, I should be judging him as a 26-year-old. No, he's still a kid in my eyes. My son's 21, but he's still a kid in my eyes. 5 years before him, I was changing nappies. Someone 5 years younger. That's how my brain works. It not that he's only a few, like 12, 13 years younger than me. I don't look at it like that. I do the math like my son's younger. He's black. He's one of us, Robin. You can't kill your own. As ignorant as your. This is the prison, street prison you've been writing about. You've been doing the theory and living the practical. This is what it is. Explain to people. So the street prisoner would have killed him. 9 out of 10 people stabbed that kid. The kid's alive now. So, purpose. That's why you got 4 books from me this year, because I nearly dead that night. The knife came so close to my throat. I said, you know what? I'm wasting my time. I'm good. I could be working a bit harder. I said I was going to write that R&B book last year. I didn't do it, but because I nearly died tonight. Watch what I'm going to do this year. Cain and Abel was meant to get written, God. I did a TV series years ago, but I've been half-hearted because I don't like the purpose. It's hard to be the attention. I've done bare things that I've not put out. Not just 6, 7 books. I've done films and TV series. I've got so much stuff that could sell now, but I'm like, Rao, when did you do that? Like you said, when did you get the time to sleep? But that attempted murder, so that's what I call it, changed me. There was a point when I was in the middle of the road and I was fighting. And my neighbor, run, what you do? Run, yeah, fight man with knife. I realized, oh yeah, I am. Stupid. Fire is dangerous. I'll run at a gun. I've always been. I'm not normal. Zulu. Look at the Zulus. Do the history of Zulus. They run at people, get shot. The British Army. Every time I've been stabbed, every time I've been shot, it's me not knowing I was a Zulu, running straight. This is deep. I don't have that fear as normal. That's why I say I'm not normal. I'm not. It's like you said. It's crazy. I'm not normal. I don't fear until maybe I'm in a hospital bed and then the guy saying, "Oh, we don't know if he's gonna." And I'm like, "Oh shit, is this real?" And I've been there on the hospital bed, like, "Oh snap, is that real?" Or I'm in front of the judge and the judge is saying, "Oh, is that what's gonna happen if I get found guilty?" But in the heat of life and death, my warrior spirit takes precedence, and that's sometimes my biggest downfall. So, guy tried to stab me in the middle of the road, got away. He tried to stab me over a fence. I remember leaning back trying to pull him through the fence, and when he saw I was doing things like that, he said, "No, this guy's crazy." He's just realized this, and I'm taunting him as well. I'm saying, bro, if you do stab me, we're both gonna die because I'm going to take the knife out of me. I'm talking him through it, and I'm like, Robin, shut up. Why are you winding this you up? Because I'm triggered. You're a dent in my pride. You're trying to stab me. My ego. The prison to the street side is responding verbally. Cool. Got his number. Let's just finish the story. It gets deeper. Got his number. The police have come because they don't like me. They've gone to move to me when he's run away. All my neighbors like, what are you doing? They're like, oh, we saw a stabbing on the camera. Whatever. Heard someone got stabbing. We've come to see who got stabbed. I said, no, I don't want to get stabbed. They said, everyone's telling me I got stabbed. I'm like, no, I didn't get stabbed. But I didn't know. They said, no, you got stabbed. I'm like, did I? I took off my top, but it looked like I'd been stabbed because there was a mark. I didn't get stabbed. I was thinking, right, imagine getting stabbed and you didn't even know till after 5 minutes later. It's happened before to me, so I know it can happen. And then the police said, yeah, don't go and retaliate, Mr. Travis. I said, why would you come to my house to say that? Instead of you doing your job, you know what I stand for now. 20 years later, I've been off the streets for over 20 years. That's 2 decades. My son's got a degree. And you're gonna tell me at this age? I said, you've come to my house 3 times this year on force. I've been going through tests, systematic errors that Robin's got a warrant for his arrest. Don't I've been tested. And I'm like, Russ. So this time they're like, don't go on and tell it. I got the kid's number, I phoned him the same night. This is God talking. I called him and I wanted to tell him, when I see you, I'm gonna blow you away. I didn't even care about the books. I just wanted to say, when I see you, I'm gonna do things to you that you've never seen before. That's all I wanted to say. I said, what, go on, what are you doing? You man, you know what this is? No, no. It's me as the guy you tried to stab. You don't even know who I am or how I got your number, do you? That's who I am. I'll find you. Oh, run up his mouth. He's still got the adrenaline in me. Bro, shut up, man. Listen, I'm too angry to talk right now, so I'll talk to you tomorrow. Listen, shut up. I love you, and I'll call you tomorrow. Nah, I don't know where the I love you part came from.
Sounds a bit like
I know what it is.
Elijah.
Don't know about Elijah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the.
You're
I thought you
Elijah
meant
in
Bible.
Jamaica,
Yeah.
no?
So, yeah. But Elijah, yeah, it's deep. So I hung up the phone, and I didn't want to do nothing with this guy. It took a few weeks to see him again, and I was going uni, and I saw him, and I had the chance to do him. He went facing my way. It was 6 in the morning. I thought, lovely. God said, you better get your backside on the train, go to you. I'm like, but God, I could get him. He's slipping. What did I teach you? You're an example. Get out your feelings. But I'm like, but God, he walks with knives and guns or whatever. I have to walk with this. And how are you going to protect me to keep doing the works? How are you going to protect me? But I'm not allowed to
He
behave like.
did.
I know, but this is what I'm saying in the time, because no
So
one.
this is your
You got to
talk.
come from something to know it. I'm the guy who walks with the guns and the knives. He has got the advantage. That's why we're all prisoners to the street. That's why everyone carries knives and guns, because they don't have the faith in God. They don't believe that if I put all my faith in being good, that evil can't harm me. They don't believe that. They don't have the confidence, and God bless me to win that fight. I know I can fight and whatever, but most people wouldn't win against a guy with a zombie. They'll be dead. A week later, guy got stabbed 100 meters down the road from my yard, Stoke Newton Common, died. I saw the flowers. It effed me up. I was like, right, those could have been my flowers. A man in Leighton got stabbed at the barber's a week later in his neck. I'm sure you heard
Yes,
about
I
it.
did, yeah.
I could have been dead before that. You would have heard about me the week before that. And that kept making me think. Nobody knows. When those two things came, I said, nobody knows Robin Travis nearly died. And imagine an author dying by the same way he's talked against, and 3 generations of murder on his family. When he was trying to stab me, I kept hearing God say, you can't let him kill you. It's too much for your son. I wasn't even thinking of me. What, 3 generations of murders? Let's break the generational curse, please. So before people judge, you don't have my story. And now when the guy sees me, hugs me. Saw me last summer, or summer ago, gone, he hugged me in front of a London Fields boy. He was talking about peace. And ironically, when I said we don't have no peace, we've got more work to do in the community, a guy just came up to me and hugged me in front of the guy I was standing with. And he said, who's that? I said, oh, that's the guy I was telling you tried to stab me. He's like, Robin, are you serious? I said, yeah. I said, young man, now you're a king. Now you're a king. Because before, when I was sitting down, I'd call him king, king, king. This is what was so confusing to my neighbors. I kept calling him king. It was like he was demon possessed. I was like, king, I don't want to argue with you. I was like, king, man, I'll sit down. I'm sorry if you felt away. King, king, king. I said, now you're a king. This is what kings do. And you see, it just hugged me and I felt love. I was like, he's really remorseful. He's bigger than me. He's like a giant to me. The kid was really remorseful. And I thought, look at that. God works in mysterious ways. I remember telling big up my brother Mark, Prince Mark, and everyone saying, even the police, getting onto me about going to the police. And I said, you lot strategy ain't my strategy, man. I've been saying that from day one, and you lot have been looking at me like you're better than me, like I don't know the field of work and my expertise, like I'm just the guy from the street. No, I'm a legend in God's eyes, and He uses me to show you examples of my legendary stuff.
Purpose was reignited.
That story has happened to me multiple times. I've had kids try to stab me before. When I first wrote Prison to the Street, I wrote about it in my TV series, and the police came on when Tower Hamlet took the knife off the white boy, hugged him, had it by his side. The police said, "Is there a problem?" I said, "No, mate." Went round the corner, to me, bro, you tried to stab. I've been in these stories. I'm not just an author. I live and breathe what I speak about. So Prison to the Street is so traumatic in that sense, where it brings up these ill feelings. I'm like, no, we got to get away from that, because it's time for your healing now. You've been the deliverer. So I've said I'm not doing prison talks ever again. I said to these type of things. So my purpose, but again, purpose. This is my Robin's feeling. I've talked to it about God. I said I'm never going in prison. It's not good for my PTSD. Everyone who wants to judge me and be a lens onto how Robin's developing. But I go back to the devil's playground to inspire people. How do you think that affects the mind? You lot watch and see a post on Instagram and think, yeah, you're doing good work. You're damaged. To feed
So
back to the people. So the purpose is now to get away from, to show what my art is as well. So meet me at the altar, Cain and Abel, the elephant in the room is about racism, and me, Mama Can't Raise No Man too. And then after that, it's just playtime. It's still living in my purpose because this is my purpose.
what is it? What is it?
It's just to live the way God, according to God. It's not way more than books.
And so,
Books is
okay.
just a part of,
And you spoke about it from it's creativity, I would say. Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely creativity.
And I'm
It is
thankful to
telling
God
a
for that gift,
story.
because that's a gift. It's a gift.
It really is.
thankful.
And you do it in several mediums. It's not just through a book. It might be for a documentary. It might be for a film. These are different way people consume.
Even the board game Prison to the Street was made. I just ain't put it out. So there's so much things sitting back. As I'm saying, it's just about when you're bothered. And for me, some say God gives you too much too soon. You don't know. Sometimes I'm like, God has given me too much, but I don't want to put it out too soon. And I don't know if that's me going against the purpose. That's another thing with purpose. We don't know if we're, with me anyway, I can't talk for no one else. Sometimes I'm like, am I following the purpose or am I following my voice? And if I'm following my voice, just redirect me to the purpose. And that's it.
So somebody's looking for advice of how to find their purpose. I don't think your steps are the same as other people's. But say your son is kind of like, Dad, how do I find my purpose?
I think I do have the answer for that. It's true for me as it is for everyone. It says in the Bible, still in it'd be the eye of the storm. This world is a storm. It's always doing mad stuff. You've got bills to pay, you've got work to go to, you've got relationships to keep healthy, you've got yourself to get dressed every day. That's the mission every day. Waking up and just getting dressed every day, having a bath every day, morning and night. Believe it or not, that is actually a mission when your head's not in the right place. It takes a lot, and we undermine just getting dressed, having a bath, washing your teeth, whatever, getting ready for the day. If your head's not in the right place, to do that ritually every day. So to my son, what I would say would be pretty simple. Be, as it says, the eye in the storm, be with God. So be still, and your purpose will 100% come from that. That's why I was locked in Jamaica. God was saying, "Man, you're too fast, man. You don't sit still. Who told you I wanted to be a boxer? What are you boxing for? Why are you winning fights in Haringey? I was boxing when I went to jail. That's why I was so upset. I'm doing good. I changed. I wasn't bad. I was training for a fight. People don't know my story. They think I went to Jamaica to break. Like, I was changed. So I had to go back to the year before me to even. I had to be dark again.
To be still.
I went to be light before, and I thought I never would have to be this dark person I didn't want to be. And then I ended up in jail in Jamaica a year later. I got to turn back on the madness.
But listen, it's the stillness. So what? And I say this. I said to I listened to this podcast called Life After Prison, and different people speak about their experiences. And I said, you see, prison. Don't get me wrong. I know I've not been there on that side, but I work with a lot of people. There's something that can really happen when you're in that, because it's quieting. I know it's noisy, but sometimes it quiets the voices of the outside world, your friends, your family. It gives you time to be still, purposefully be still, right? And not everybody, because some people go in there like how you described, on your own thing, on your own. But there was something that happened in that moment to you, in that stillness. Some people are still. I'm a person, I go and just literally, I'm like Jesus. I go and I sit beside still waters and I just sit there and I'm still. I create that stillness for myself. And in that time, then I'm able to like listen and hear God and to, do you understand what I mean? But some people, because they don't, people are moving. They don't know how to keep still. Some people don't like their own company. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're busy all the time. You're busy being busy.
Just to save themselves
from hearing your thoughts. Because that's what a lot of people don't like. In silence. Silence is so loud, you know.
I think we all get of that sometimes.
But I like to go. I literally have my places that I go to literally be still. When it feels like life is lifing and things are moving too quickly, I remove myself, literally like Jesus. I don't get a boat, but I take my feet or I drive my car and I go to a place and I have to be still.
So I'm gonna say God's story, because I'm not one to claim to be religious, so to speak, but God talks to me through different variables. I had a car crash. I wasn't being still. I had a lot going on in my life. It was during COVID. I don't even want to get into the reason why, but I had a car crash over being. I'll say the reason why. I don't want to get into the details of why I was being angry, but I was being ungrateful to God about my purpose.
Okay.
And I was like, why you got me doing this nonsense? Chatting to these clowns about coming off the street. I don't even like these people. Like, I'm just so vexed with God. Like, this is so not who I am, but you got me doing the works for you. And what do I get in return? And
Let
that's
me
what I'm
hear this.
talking to God like that. What do I get in return? I gotta go to the shop for the third time. I put my gas card on 3 times, and I was only mad about gas. My gas not topping up, and I'm thinking I put £50 on this. How can I not have gas? I just come back from boxing. I just want to have a hot, but it was so
I hear
small,
you.
but it made me explode. And I started thinking about my whole life. Jamaica, everyone's like, God, you don't love me,
Oh, wow.
because I fight for you, and you just sit down and watch people mug me. And I'm gonna turn back on the dark side soon. And I'm proper having this conversation with God. Like, I don't even care no more. I said, you can kill me. I said, death. I ain't. And I'm having this. I'm not bragging, but this is a conversation I had with God in my Audi A3. I'm driving and I've gone to the shop for the third time. The guy said, "Hey, you came 3 times. You buy gas already." It's me, Abby. If my gas code don't work this time, I'm just going home mad. This me. I'm in pain as I just finished the gym or train. And my body's killing me. I work like a beast that day. And then it's me. I'm gonna go and have a hot. If my hot bath don't work, bro, Abby, I'm gonna have cold bath and go bed. He started laughing. It was winter as well. So I'm gonna have a cold bath and go bed in the cold. I've got back in the car. As I'm driving the car, side road back of Springfield, it's this idiot road clapped behind the petrol station. You can't crash there. The car's coming towards me. They're not doing that fast. They're going fast enough, but not fast. And then some Jewish wheels turned out someone's car, and my car clipped the wheel and started spinning. I was in slow motion, and as it's spinning, I'm saying to myself, "Right, this is it. You said you're not scared of death. You know you're gonna get hurt when the car lands. It's like I'm talking through it. The car landed, bam, smashed my head open here, head bleeding. I heard God said to me, or not God, let me not say God. This is my perception of it. I'm going to say it was God. I don't know if it was God. I don't like doing this when you say it was God. I don't know, but I believe God was saying to me, so you're not afraid of death. It could have been my own thoughts. So you're not afraid of death now? You want to dead, yeah? And it sounded like that type of tone. So you're not scared now? Because if you're not scared, then you don't need me to save you. It was that type of, and it was like a disrespect. So I got personal. So I don't give a I don't care. Kill me. I'm
Okay.
waiting. I'm lying with the blood pouring. Like, yeah, man, waiting for my thing. Let's wait for this to happen. And I'm saying it in my mind. I'm not phased. I'm not thinking about my kids. I'm not thinking about anyone who cares for me. I don't care. I don't care for them right now. That's to be blunt. I don't even care for my own kids. I'm in that place. I don't take me. I wouldn't want you to take me if I cared about my kids. And that's when you've been through certain things in your life. If you don't know what it's like to not care about your kids, then don't talk to me about pain. When you don't care about yourself, you don't care about your kids, you don't care about nothing, because you come from a place where people didn't care about you. So it's easy to get into that state. You got to fight against it to have feelings, to have love, because you don't come from that. So I'm saying, God, do you think I care? You know, I've been, take me, bro. And I'm saying it. As I've said it, blood's bleeding, Jewish people running with their ambulance to the car, trying to drag me out. As they're dragging me out, I'm like, move from me. I'm arguing with the Jewish people. Move, don't touch me. Because the common sense is the glass is on the side window and I'm upset. I'm not even, shouldn't talk to them like this, but I'm in my feeling. You pull me out, the glass is going to cut through me. Leave me where I am. We'll resolve this when the other ambulance people come, because I'm stuck in it. I can't move. I'm in the car upside down, head bleeding, neck twisted. We're not getting out of this car as far as I'm concerned right now. I heard another voice say, "Oh, if he doesn't turn off the engine, the car's gonna explode." And I said, "What do you mean explode? As in like boom?" I said, "The car would explode. You have to come." And I said, "Oh, I've seen this in the film." And when the car goes, the body part. I said, yeah, and I started to process my whole funeral. Like, my kids ain't gonna see you in the morgue. They're not gonna be able to look at you. Not that I want them to, but I'm like, nah, this is a deep rub. There's not gonna be no fragments of you left if you're in an explosion. Nah. I said, God, I don't want to die. He said, you sure? I said, not like this anyway. I don't want a guy like that because that's no. I'm just angry. You know me, I'm a hothead man. I'd say things. I hold a medi. I'm cool. And then God, like, cool. God, how do I say? But he said, the Jewish guy said, turn off the engine. It's gonna blow. The petrol's dripping, and I can hear it. And I'm like, now my heart's racing. Like, oh, this is real. We're gonna die, and it's gonna explode. And I'm seeing the petrol dripping, and I'm saying, if it catches fire, I'm finished. I'm trapped in the seatbelt. Not seatbelt. I'm trapped in the car. Not seatbelt. I didn't have my seatbelt. I'm stuck in the car somehow by my hips. I've tried to turn the engine off. I've had to use the key. There's no fob. I've used to use my fingernails to turn it off. Survived that. And yeah, I just apologized to God. I said, I'll never curse you out again. I read Job after that. Started to humble myself. I won't lie to you, man. As a believer of God, there's so much I don't like about God in terms of his rules. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't agree with them, but that's me on my journey. I'm still learning what it's about. Maybe call me young in the faith. I just don't like being told what to do or why I'd follow something and that doesn't make sense to me. But I'm still
I
just
love that. I love the
when I wrestle,
honesty.
I just me, man. When I wrestle, God, who just tries to
He wrestles
bring
back
me,
with you.
yeah, and that's why we're here
He
now.
humbles you. Sorry. I'm just
It's
like, not,
entertaining for
I'm not
everyone.
even, no,
No, it's
no, no.
everyone
Do you
finds
know
it.
something?
All the
It's
elders
not the
find it. Elders to
thing.
us find it funny
Do you know what it
when they
is?
talk to me about
Do you
God.
know why I'm laughing?
Mm.
It's not because of what happened to you. It's just the conversation with God. And I love, because you just bring your, I speak to God. He's my dad. We've got a beautiful relate. It's not like my relationship with my dad, my biological dad, or my mum. He knows me implicitly. I don't have to be anybody else. So I speak honestly. When I'm disappointed, so why I'm laughing is because I'm not so cheeky like you are, but we have conversations. So I love that it's not just me that has those kind of confrontational conversations with God. Listen, Robin, we've been here. We've touched on it, and I feel like there's more to kind of explore, and I don't know how we'll do it. I just want to keep encouraging you that God loves you so much. Don't ever, ever, ever question whether God loves you. He loves you. Even in your story, he loves you. He's had his hand on you since you were in your mum's womb. He created you. He knows exactly all of this, the fight, he understands it. But just continue to glorify him. Every time that things get hard for me, I'm like, God, this is for you. And sometimes you don't see the reward so quickly. I get that frustration. I feel like I'm working just to pay bills right now. Do you understand? I get it. You're not the only one. And sometimes I'm like, hold on a minute. I'm doing all this. I'm being obedient. I'm doing this. I'm being nice. And I'm out here struggling, and then I'm seeing people who don't believe in you, who are thriving, not necessarily thriving, I shouldn't say that, but financially they seem like they're doing well. They don't have to be worried about certain things. So I have the same fight and the same battle, but one thing I do know is that it will be revealed. It will be revealed. And it's about being patient. It's about us being refined through all of the things that we're going through. And this journey is a continuous one. Purpose is continuous. But just keep going. I'm looking forward. I'm excited about what this year has in store for you.
Yeah,
thank you for your time, really.
Last night, Make Me At The Altar came out, so I just want to say thank you to anyone who big up. What's her name? Cut Close. Oh my God, the whole R&B 90s.
Yes.
R&B Cut Close. Big up, Mr. Dina Howard, and Horace
Oh,
Brown. Yesterday, Mr. Dina Howard said a powerful word to me about God, and same thing you're saying about sticking on the purpose. So yeah,
yeah.
big up all the R&B artists and my brother Venom. Happy birthday, bro. Yeah, thank you for all of the blessings, and Jernine, thank you as usual. Just humbled. I'm humbled and I'm grateful. And yeah, next time we do this, I need to make sure I get some sleep so I can be more productive in our conversation. But thank you for having me all the time because I get to be myself.
No problem. No problem.
Can't be yourself everywhere, so yeah.
I hear that. And I just thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for just being on this journey with me. Like, share, and subscribe. And please purchase Robin's books. And yeah, keep on supporting us. Thank you.
Blessings.